I've been avoiding this for the last few days since the video where I got the box from my childhood. Been avoiding this because I knew. Theodore X. Okay, so I've watched this movie a total 3 times in my entire life. Once when I was a kid, once a few years ago when I borrowed this VHS from a friend of mine, and then he gave me all his VHSs, so I just kept it. And now, let me tell you, you know when you're a kid and you see this movie and you think it's the best thing ever, and you're like, but you never see it again because it kind of just disappeared. It was on TV once when you were a kid or something, or your grandma rented it for you, or your mom rented it for you, or your dad, an older sibling who knew better, and I'm the oldest, so can't really go there, but and you think, yeah, I remember that being alright, and then you borrow the VHS from a friend of yours because there is no DVD release, and you put it in the VCR, and you sit there for an hour and a half, and afterwards you just want to stab your fucking eyeballs with the... because you... Okay, so, full disclosure here. Growing up, I was a Whoopi Goldberg fan. And yes, you say a kid, a Whoopi Goldberg fan, well, think about this. In the movies, Ghost. And she was a voice in a couple of animated films, Page Master, which I will get to. Jumpin' Jack Flash was a movie I watched a lot as a kid. And I'm going to do a trailer reaction for that because I can't find the movie anywhere. So I'm going to do, after this video, I'm going to do some reactions today. I'm going to do a reaction for the trailer for Jumpin' Jack Flash, and I'm going to do a reaction for a cartoon, Ren and Stimpy, Ren's Brain, and I'm going to do a reaction for another cartoon called Little Johnny Everything, which is a cartoon I grew up watching all the time, and it'll be the first time as an adult that I actually watched this cartoon. So, some reactions coming your way today, throughout the day. But this movie... So, when I first watched this movie when I was a kid, I barely remember it. I think, wait a minute. Now that I'm thinking here, I do think I did watch this a 4th time. When I was... No, that was Mario Brothers. I get so confused. That was Super Mario Brothers, so it was only 3 times. So, because they're eerily similar, sort of. So, when we watched this when you were a kid, I thought it was fine. And then when I borrowed this from a friend of mine, I watched it and I was like, what did I think this movie was? That I just kept the VHS because he said he was giving me his VHSs. So I figured I didn't need to give it back to him. So here it is. And now I'm watching it again for this review, and I'd rather jump out the window. So... Okay, so what I was trying to say is when I was a kid, I thought it was fine. When I watched this VHS copy, what about it from my friend, I noticed something about Whoopi Goldberg. She doesn't care. She's putting no effort into her performance. And it's not that her character doesn't care about anything. It's Whoopi Goldberg doesn't care about anything. And after watching the Nostalgia Critic and looking stuff up on the internet, I now know why. Whoopi Goldberg tried to leave this film. She didn't want to be in this film. But because she had verbally agreed to be in the film and then she decided she didn't want to do it. Well, New Line Cinema decided to sue her and forced her to be in this film. Paying her $7 million, which is $2 million more than what she was going to be paid for it. So, if you watch this film, please don't watch this film, but if you watch this film and you notice Whoopi Goldberg's just not giving any effort, that's because she didn't want to be there. So the story, if you can call it that, is that in the future, dinosaurs have been brought back to life by this guy whose name I don't remember and don't care about. Kane. His last name is Kane. It's gotta be Kane! My God, Kane! Broken in half. This guy named Kane. And so dinosaurs and humans coexist. And dinosaurs are like 1/10 their actual size because they need to fit on camera. I don't know. Look, it's bad enough you roped Whoopi Goldberg into this, but you also have Harold from Harold and Maude, you know, Bud Cort, and you have Richard Roundtree. Fucking Shaft. Shaft! I'm sitting there going, who got roped into doing a shitty film? Shaft? Just, oh. I forgot about him when he popped up. I'm like, Shaft? No. And then I remembered he was also in Steel. Oh, man. His career must have been really bad to take up films like this. So after a Dinocide, that's when a dino is murdered. That Theodore Rex, our main character, by the way. I was kind of Whoopi Goldberg, our main character, by the way. Has a dream vision of, which is never fully explained. He just says that all dinosaurs have some kind of connection, but it's not really explained. He is put on the case by some guy who's working for the bad guy, I don't know, and is in the police department, and they're put together on the case to try to figure out what happened. So they go to ask the guy's widow or ex-girlfriend or whatever, which Theodore Rex hits on because who cares, and she points them in the right direction. Look, it's hard for me to go through this. I almost turned this off twice. Then I finally just so there's the scene where he puts out the cookies in his pants or his jacket, and I was like, and then there's the scene, you know, I'm a fat ass, I eat cookies fine. But then there's the scene where they're at the bar, and there's Whoopi Goldberg is sitting there, and this dinosaur turns and goes right in her face, and I was like, okay, that's a little funny. It's a little funny. And then like someone's talking, and does it again. She's like, and I'm like, just Whoopi Goldberg's. It's not that joke was funny. It's that Whoopi Goldberg's reaction, like, I'm so done with this, just made me laugh. And then, you know, just when I had a little bit of comedy, I'm like, okay, those two times it was kind of funny just to see Whoopi Goldberg's reaction. And then all of a sudden, from the other side comes this dinosaur, looking at her, and she's just like, it was like Whoopi Goldberg had enough. She's like, oh no, I don't think so. And she gets up and she leaves, and that made me burst out laughing just because of Whoopi Goldberg's reaction. But that's when I hit the mute button because I realized I don't want to hear any more of this shit. This film is an abomination, as John would say from Child's Play. An abomination. It made me do the duck. Look, don't watch this movie. Don't watch this movie. Don't watch this movie. Watch this review and don't watch this movie, because I'm telling you, this movie is terrible. So, let's get to the nitty-gritty of this, alright? They have the investigation, they find out, and this is put out at the beginning of the film for all people at home watching. This Kane guy is going to start a second ice age, but he has an ark filled with two of each animal. And they're going to put Rex in there as one of each dinosaur. How is that a good idea? Because think about this. He's trying to stop you from doing it. And you want to create this new utopia world created by you in your image so people will follow you, right? So why put the one guy who's going to stand against you in there to preserve him? You could get two unrelated dinosaurs, throw them in there. But then again, with dinosaurs, you're gonna have to do more than just two dinosaurs, period. There's different species of dinosaur. So you're gonna have to have two different species of dinosaur. Like two of each species of dinosaur, if I can speak freaking English, to work. So why would you want one of them to be the person who's gonna stand against you? In this new world regime, freaking, it'd be easy just to recreate dinosaurs again afterwards. Take some DNA, take some DNA from each of the dinosaurs, each species, and recreate dinosaurs after you've done this new Ice Age thing. But no, but then it ends up with Rex knocking Drusilla from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because she's in this. Something in my teeth. Knocking her in there and saving the day. Saving the day. I call back to Ghostbusters because that's a good movie. The only thing I could say is that Whoopi Goldberg's performance, you can tell she doesn't want to be there, and that's what makes it so hilarious. And George Newbern is the voice of Theodore Rex. Not too bad. Everything else, Richard Roundtree's the man, by the way. But other than that, I don't care for this movie. I'll give it a 2 for Whoopi Goldberg alone. Okay, she deserves 2 points. 2 points for Whoopi Goldberg. Other than that, this movie can fry in hell. That could be a new thing. I'll put it in the frying pan. This movie can fry in hell. How about that? That's a new rating. All right. It gets a 2. But as far as I'm concerned, Theodore Rex can fry in hell. So what are your thoughts on Theodore Rex? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. Don't watch this movie. I'll see you in the next one.